Now we'll study next YAC program. Okay, that is experiment number 6B. Write YAC program to recognize valid identifiers, operators, and keywords in a given text file. This text file is nothing but one valid C file will be given as an input. For that, in that whatever is there, that is identifiers, operators, and keywords, you have to identify it. Okay, so that is nothing but if identifier is there, operator is there, keyword is there, just list separately and display the result. You can display the number of counts of those things. Okay, so here for this again we have to write, that is YAC program. For YAC again you have to write it lex also. Okay, so now first we'll check it for the YAC program only. Okay, so here in YAC 3 sections. First section is thing but that is definition section. Okay, so in definition section what we are doing is two header files, then some variables we are declaring it. That is id is nothing for identifiers count we given as 0, then for digits we are counting the digits also. He is not mentioned, but whatever number will come, that will also will count it. So digits we are counting as a 0, then keywords 0, then operators, that is 0. So we have taken 4 different variables to identify 4 kinds of tokens. So those 4 tokens we given here. Okay, so that is digit, identifier, keyword, then operator. So you can give different name also. So whatever convenient name you want to give, you can give it. So I have given as a digit, then id, key, op. So you can give any name. Okay, so maximum times whenever we'll give the tokens, we'll follow the capital letter format. So we can use small letter also, that is not a problem, but we'll follow the some standard, that is always whatever is prescribed by NCC. Okay, so that is nothing but always tokens will be given as a here capital letters. So I'm following that one only. Digit, id, key, and op were given. Okay, so now next section, that is here rule section. Okay, so in rule is what is there is actually our intention is to identify those things. Okay, so then here identifying is nothing but just we're keeping a one variable and we're counting how many times it came. So that is nothing but whatever input will come, so in that it may be there as a digit, identifier, key, or operator. So okay, so it may be mixture of those things. So it may have a statement as a plus b, okay, semicolon, then suppose maybe a equal to 20. Okay, some statement will be there. So these things whatever is there here, semicolon also is there. So those remaining part or some information like printf or hash include, hash we are not recognizing here. So those all things also we have to take care. So it may be a combination of any tokens here. So just what we are doing is any token may come out of these 4, because we are targeting only these 4 tokens now. So that is digit, after that again some input may be there, or id, after that again some input will be there, keyword, after that again some input will be there, maybe operator, again after that some input will be there, or it may end with that particular token only, that is only it may end with digit or identifier or key or operator. Okay, so these all things will listed here. So this is what our grammar, that is whatever input is there, that is nothing but it may be digit or again some input. Okay, then it may be identifier. Okay, it may be identifier, then again some input, maybe only key, then again it may be again some input, it may be operator, after that again some input. Okay, so this is our grammar. So what all actions we are doing is, so whenever we are identifying digit, dig, whatever variable we initialize 0, so that we are incrementing it. So here also, so whenever we are getting digit, so when we are incrementing the variable, so like that corresponding 4 variables we declared, so those 4 variables we are keep on incrementing it. So this is our rule section. So here now what we have to do in user subroutine section. Okay, so here user subroutine section, 2 functions we are writing, that is error and wrap. Error is nothing but if given input is not matching with this grammar, so that time this will be called. So that is some parser error. Okay, so it will be called. Okay, and wrap, whenever input will get over, automatically this function will be called from the lexicon analyzer, and now just we are returning as a 1. Okay, 1 or 0 you can return it. Okay, so because we are not checking the status and we are not updating any value, so it will not affect in our program. So actually 0 means successful, 1 means failure. So whatever wrap if internally we are calling, it maybe you can consider it as successful or failure, because we are not receiving that value and we are not proceeding anywhere. Okay, so next one is, that is main. Okay, so in main what we are doing is we are receiving the input from the user only. Okay, that is one file we are receiving it, that is text file. If you observed in question, he given as a some text file you have to receive it, that is input we have to receive one C file. So for that what we are doing is command line argument we are taking it. Okay, here this is the command line argument. So in main what we are doing, int argc, that is number of arguments, it will read it, then what all those arguments it will take it. Okay, suppose along with, suppose dot slash a dot out, some file name if I given, that is two arguments. Okay, a dot out itself is the first one, then after that whatever file name I have given, that is the second one. So total two arguments. So that and argument will keep on counting with index 0, 0 and 1, total two arguments. So here we are checking in if total two arguments are there or not. Okay, so here if it is not there, total two arguments, we are saying as a, let's say, invalid number of arguments. If we have two arguments, 0th index has a dot out, that is a file itself, whatever you are running it, so we don't want to take that one. So after that whatever is there file name, that is the actual word read it, so in this program, so that is argv1 whatever is there, that will open it. So file open we are doing it here. Okay, so here if you observe what we are doing is yy in equal to f dot open we given. So what is this yy in? So yy in is nothing but one global function, sorry, one global variable. Okay, that is file handler actually. Okay, that is a global file handler defined in lexical analyzer. So always by default it has the input capacity reading from the keyboard. Now instead of reading from the keyboard, we have to read it from the file, whatever file name we are passing it from that. So that's why here we are modifying that global variable only, that is yy in global variable we are modifying it. Okay, so now that's why here what we return starting external from this is an external variable that is not defined inside this one, so it's defined in lexical analyzer, so automatically it will take the definition. So just we are declaring here as a extern, somewhere else it's declared, that is file, data type is file, there is a, since it's a file handler, okay, that is yy in pointer. Okay, so it's a file handler. Now here we are opening it, so one file will open in read mode. So just handler will be having whatever file name we given, after reading whatever handler will come, that handler will is assigned to yy in. It's nothing but the standard input whatever you used to take it, that we modified to the whatever file name user is giving. Okay, now after that we are calling the yy parse. There's nothing but here we are saying as a whatever this converted C program file is there, function is there, go to there and perform the task. So after this performing this task, just will display it. Okay, whatever result we are getting, that will display it. So now we'll see Lex program. Okay, in Lex program how we are identifying these tokens. So whatever tokens we defined, that is 4 tokens we defined, those tokens we have to identify in Lex. So that is corresponding, you have tried the regular expression. Okay, so here what we are doing is first one definition section, second one that is rule section, third one we left empty. Okay, third one user subroutine section we are not writing it. So definition section again we included, that is header files, then plus one variable yyLval. So yyLval is nothing but whatever value is there, that we have to pass it. Okay, if you remember 1B program we studied this one only, that is evaluation of regular expression. There we used to pass this value, actual value. If you don't want to pass the actual value, so you can ignore this one. Okay, so here what we are doing is we are passing the actual value also. Okay, that's why yyLval we are using it. So here actually our intention was to now identify these 4 tokens, that is digit, identifier, keyword and operator. So how we will write regular expression to identify operators, we listed these things. So you can add more or you can reduce it. Okay, that is plus, minus, multiplication, division, equal to, less than, greater than symbol, we added it. So these all we are listing as operators. Okay, so and we are returning the token OP. So whatever we declared here, this token we declared as a OP. So that one we are returning it. So same way, just we are identifying the digit here. Digit is nothing but 0 to 9 plus, that is a regular expression. Okay, so here whatever it will identify, that input will be there in YY text. Okay, so this will be converted into actual value, that is text to number will be converted, then it is returning it. Okay, so here then after that we are adding keywords. Okay, so here some are listed, you can list more also. If C has 32 keywords, you can list all 32 also. Okay, so here we listed as a int, char, float, void, for loop. Okay, so do, while, if, return. So whatever we'll add, these all are we are saying as a keywords here. So those keywords are just whatever we are got, for that we are returning as a key, as a token, and for identifier we return the regular expression. Okay, so that is a followed by a number, that is letter followed by letter or digit or underscore. Okay, that we are taking here. Okay, so here, so if you saw, along with those things in action part, we are printing also. That is nothing but whatever we identified, the regular expression, whatever operator or number or keyword, whatever we identified, just we are printing it. Okay, that is our part of the result. Just display the whatever we identified it. Okay, so next here, so how it will execute it. Okay, so that is, so here whenever first we'll give the input, we'll run the program, so that time it will check for number of arguments. If it is correct, it will open the file whatever user is giving, then YY parse will be there called. So here it will be called, it will read the try to match the grammar. If it is successfully executed, so whatever action part is there, that will happen. So after this action part, YY parse will get over, then we are displaying the next printf statement. Okay, so now we'll see the output. So here, so what we are doing is, first we are compiling Lex program, then Yak program, then combination of both the C files. Okay, so these two C files will be created by Lex and Yak, that we are compiling, and output we are redirecting to the 6B file. Okay, so 6B file will run it. So directly I have executed 6B only. 6B is nothing but directly file you are executing it. So but here, as per command line argument, how many arguments we should have, that is whatever file name plus, that is suppose a dot out, then one more file you have to pass it. Okay, so here we are not sent any file name. Okay, so that's why it is saying as a invalid number of arguments. Okay, now we will give valid input, that is we will see one more file by giving valid input. Okay, so here valid input should is nothing but you should have one C file. Okay, so that C file is nothing but we are giving here. So here I have created one C file, that is name I given as a test.c. Okay, so here C file has just hash include stdio.h. In main, one variable I have declared a, and just value of that we are displaying it. So this file will send it to the our program. Okay, so that is, now we will execute ./6b test.c. So now it's displayed, this is the output. Okay, so here if you observed, it's taking as identifier is nothing but whatever words will come. So we are not identifying the hash part. Okay, so it is neglected. Okay, so after that whatever is coming as include, so this is also is converted as a, considered as a identifier. Then less than symbol, it's an operator. Then stdio okay, up to that took it as an identifier. Then dot h. Okay, so dot is neglected, h is taken as an identifier. Okay, so actually this hash include, after that in small, after that whatever is there as the stdio dot it should be one file name, but we are not written, actually here we are not written any token to identify that one. So entire header file to identify that we are not returned it. So what is happening is it's taking as a stdio also, h also as a identifiers. Okay, so when you will write for compiler for a complete C compiler, that time you have to add all those things. Those kind of tokens were not returned. Okay, and here main actually it is a function, but were not written identifiers or tokens. Were not written tokens to identify the main function also. So since it's considering the main as a identifier, okay, then keyword int, then a variable is identified, operator equal to is identified, number 10 is identified, printf is considered as identifiers, then percentage d was there, percentage is neglected, d is considered as a identifier. And if you saw in printf we had open bracket double quote, okay, so close bracket double quote, so these all things also neglected. Okay, so because we are not written any tokens to identify these things. Okay, so it's completely neglected. So here now what we are doing is just displaying the how many number of keywords, how many number of numbers are there, digits are there, identifiers are there, then operators are there, that we are displaying it. Okay, this is the final result.